Hi everybody, this is Mike Gerdes with the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living with Wonder Dog Yoga, bringing you another love note. Hey, I got a question for you. Who do you trust? Do you trust God? I mean, seriously, do you really trust God? You know, in our teaching, we say that you specify what it is that you want to experience, what it is you wish to desire, what it is that you want to do. But then you allow the law of mind, or basically God, to show how that's going to happen and to manifest that in your life. Now, that does not mean, however, that we don't do what's in front of us to do, that we don't take the actions that are given to us to do to manifest that. But a lot of us get caught up in trying to tell God how to do things, or forget and think that it's all up to us to make stuff happen. And I have to say that I'm guilty of that myself. Especially in regard to things of a political nature or of a social justice nature that just have rankled me to no end for too long of a time. I finally came to the realization that the reason why they rankled me, the reason why I was getting so upset with those who, let's say, follow a different path of politics or a different path of reasoning or a different path pertaining to how to address the COVID-19 issue, was that I was trying to control what other people did, and I was trying to control the outcome. It's not up to me to control other people. Now, I can educate, I can share, and I can certainly express an opinion, but I don't control other people. I'm not responsible for saying how good is going to happen. And I'm not responsible for saying how somebody's bad is going to happen either. I trust in the law of cause and effect. I trust that universal mind does receive the impress of my thoughts and acts upon it, expressing those things that are like its own nature. So if its own nature is health and wholeness, it shall do that. And anything that's in the way of that, including ideas that are unscientific or whatever, will be washed away. Just like everything that doesn't suit Spirit's purpose is washed away. And with regards to freedom and social justice, I recognize that anything that needs to be changed politically or in particular parties or any of that kind of stuff, it's happening. I don't have to wait for it to happen. I know that it's happening. And it's happening without my direct control of how it's happening. That does not mean to say that I don't carry a sign from time to time. That does not mean to say that I don't vote. That doesn't mean to say that I don't share my opinion where appropriate and when appropriate. But I'm not responsible for how it turns up, because that is Spirit's work. My work is to stand up, speak up, make a choice, then stand up, speak up, and share my voice. But not with angst, not with anger, not with fear. Because if I'm holding anger, I'm holding fear. That's where anger comes from, is from fear. And the only reason I'd be holding that fear is because I would think that there's a power greater than God. I would think that there's a power greater than the law operating in my life. I would think that other people can make things horrible and control the world and make it a bad spot. I know that's ridiculous. I'm not going to buy into those fears. I'm not going to buy into somebody else's conspiracy theories. I don't need to. This I'm going to buy into. There's one life, one divine mind That is God's life, one God's divine mind, and my mind, your mind, my life, your life right now. There's no doubt about that. And while we need to do what's in front of us to do, we need to do our duty. We need to do that which is in our reach to bring about right action. The results are up to God. Now, for those of you who have studied the Bhagavad Gita, that's the entire basis behind the story. To do what is ours to do, unattached to the results. Can you do that? Respond to me in this. Can you devote yourself to a worthy cause? Put your heart in it. Put your mind, your heart, your tears, your sweat, your pen to your congressman. And not be attached to the end result. That's the challenge. And that's the edge of growth. And that's where I've been growing lately, just to share with you. So that's all for me tonight. Tomorrow you get a wonderful inspirational talk from Reverend Dr. Maxine Kay, who, by the way, you're very fortunate to have as your spiritual leader. And I'll be with you again on Wednesday. So until then, go to cslphilly.org for live stream talks, for an opportunity to make a contribution, or to see about what's going on. This is what's going on. We care for you, we love you, and we hope to see you live one day at 16 Industrial Boulevard. We start at 10:30 on Sundays. Until then, bye-bye.